Good day, friends, and welcome back to Ecocentric Homestead. I built an incubator and I recorded the process. So here it is. I hope you enjoy it and find it interesting, and maybe you can build one of your own. So this is my project that I'm going to start to work on today. I have a lot of projects. I was going to say this is another project I have in mind, but yeah, my mind is full of projects. This was a box that I had some chicks in. See, I got it hinged, and initially I just added this wire on top. But now I'm wanting to see if I can turn it into an incubator and actually hatch out eggs in here. So the cardboard is on top to hold in more heat. I tried two different types of space heaters in there, but it lets the temperature vary too much. Now, I have those two boards. I have this heat lamp. I looked through my little knickknacks and I came up with these 4 pieces of metal. And not all that long ago, my water tank rusted out around the top element, so I had to replace the water tank. And as I always do, I look things over when I'm going to get rid of it and say, well, is there any of that I can reuse? And as I was picking it apart, I noticed this is the thermostat. You see the temperature? It goes from 32 degrees up to 66 degrees, or 90 degrees Fahrenheit up to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Being that this is a hot water tank thermostat, it should be fairly sensitive. So I'm thinking, if I use this to turn on and off the heat lamp, I could probably get a pretty stable temperature inside this. I do have some regular household wire, so that's what I'm going to start in with now and put this together. The first thing I need is to measure across here. It's a total of 14 and just under 3/4, so I'm going to make it 14 and a half. I'll cut these two because those metal pieces I'm going to attach to the ends so they'll hang across here. That's 14 and a half inches I have to cut these two. So I cut them 13 and a quarter. I have the pieces put on the end, so they rest there like that. Now the next task is I have to put this across here. I have the light switch, and this side is the side that lays against the tank on the hot water tank. So I assume that this is your heat receiving side, which makes it good because now when I've got it in the incubator, I can get at this without moving it. Actually, it takes a screwdriver and you turn that, and so you adjust the temperature without moving this assembly once we're done. this part is set up. You see, the thermostat only has 2 contacts. So the electricity coming in here, if the thermostat is on, then it'll go to here, to your light, come out the other side of the light, and back through to the plug. I had some regular appliance cord, fairly heavy appliance cord, so I had that on there. And to change the thermostat, you see, I can go up to 66, I can go down to 32. And I'm thinking having it up there is good because heat rises. So to keep it at 36 down below, I might have to put it higher up here, but have the eggs down here below where it's 36. To test that, I have my thermometer here. I put that hole in the top. And then you see, I can have the probe down there and monitor the temperature up here with the lid closed. I went to town yesterday. My brain wasn't giving me any other options for making the evening productive. I got this plug from Canadian Tire. Basically what you do, you hook what you call your live wire onto your larger plug side, and then your return wire and your ground wire goes on this screw right here. So take a utility knife, strip that wiring back. Somewhere in this place I have a wire stripper, but I don't know where it's at. So the black one is the ground wire. Now this is one that I often don't quite remember, and I have to trace it pretty much every time. But because I wired this up, I've got the white wire running into the thermostat, which makes the white wire the live one on this particular setup. This is one of these multi-strand wires, which is common for your household appliance wires. So you twist them. Make them all hooks like that. Now where'd my plug go? So the white one will go on the gold screw here. It's made into a hook. You can just place the wire in, hook it around the base of the screw. Now the thing is, when you're putting these together, you want to have the hook faced. See, it's unscrewed this way. It screws back clockwise. So you want the hook of the wire running around the screw clockwise. Because if you do it the other way, sometimes the force of the screw turning on it pushes out the wire. But if the wire is running clockwise and the screw is turning clockwise, it'll just pull it in. There, I've got my plug on. Now, I have decided that I would put this incubator over on this side because over here I have all my computer gear plugged in. There's less things running on that plug-in. So I also want to make a notch for the wire to come out on this side, so I don't have going out there and then going back all the way along the box. Wire is out that side. And if I plug this in now, that light should come on. And it does. In the beginning, I'm going to turn it way down just to make sure I've got the light system is working. Tie the lid down. I'll move my box there. Now we wait. Well, I've had it going for quite a while now. This thermostat is working perfect, but the temperature is still swinging too much. It cut in now because I've got the window open. I had my incubator set up running all night. I have a 3 degrees Celsius temperature swing from 37 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. That makes an average of 99.4 degrees Fahrenheit, which when I done the check on the internet, that was the average that they were asking. And it's about a 6-minute time cycle between on-off of the heat lamp here. So I'll bring you in a little closer and I'll show you the rest of what I'm going to do. I had to move the thermostat down close to where the eggs would be to get that. When I had it up top, there was too much of a temperature swing and a long cycle time. So I have a glass tray in here with water in for humidity, and over the top I've clipped on a rack. It's one of those cooling racks for cakes and stuff. And I put this foam here because I was thinking, well, I don't need to heat up the whole thing, just where the eggs are for now. And here's my eggs from the last 2 days. I'm going to move the foam so that I can move my setup back out of the way. And you'll see how many eggs I can set down on this tray here. Well, 18, but that's all the eggs I have here. Move the light back over. Place this sponge to its position. And then 21 days, 22 days something, we'll see if this works. Oh, I forgot something. I need to mark each one to know which ones I have turned, if when I'm turning them I get interrupted part way through. So I'm going to put an X on the top of each one. My rooster has been doing his job very well, it seems, so those eggs should be fertilized. That's what I'm going to try now. If I had some styrofoam, I could have put it around the outside and probably got the temperature more even than the 3 degrees. But I looked around, I don't have any, so this is the setup that I have. And in 21-22 days you'll see what we have. Cross our fingers. Hope you enjoyed that. Give me a thumbs up if you did. As always, make sure you leave your comments, your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. And I'll see you in the next video.